Hello everybody, hope you are well. Welcome back to a new video. We are back at HQ and we're not in the garage tonight. We are, what day is it? It is Thursday, we're having a Thursday. And down here we are just prepping all this stuff ready for painting, including them. Going to get them in primer tonight and then hopefully paint them tomorrow once they've dried fully. So just cutting these axle stand things, cut the tops off them ready for welding up, so we've got the welder even as well. We've got a little orange friend down here. But car progress seems to be going alright. I was in a bit of a, not panic, but last night's progress helped a lot. So as you can imagine, next Friday, which is the 9th and 10th of September, is approaching fast, so we can't hold up. We have to push on. So I'm getting these sorted out. Michelin tyres arrived today as well, so I'm happy about that. So I think they're going to go on these wheels as well. So what else happened today? What else has turned up? A little fuel fitting arrived that I wasn't happy about, so that's going to get changed. A little sticker arrived for the electric cut-off to go on the bottom of the bonnet, that scuttle panel. That's arrived today. And we're nearly there. Just got that. I didn't manage, it was a bit too late last night. I didn't manage to get that live main cable on, but I will get back to that and that centre console now that the seats are in and I can move around in there. But she's nearly there. We're going to bleed the brakes up, put the tank guard on, one or two tiny little jobs, and then send her for an alignment, which is what I definitely need to do because she will be all over the place. I need to do that before the tank guard goes back on because they won't be able to get the adjusters otherwise. So trying to do that on Saturday. Like I said, I am flat out working as well, by the way, full time. So when I say full time, it was like, I think last week I did 94 hours. So as you can imagine, prepping a rally car on top, yeah, it gets tiring trying to remember here, there and everywhere. So busy time of year at the minute. I can't complain because it's busy, but hell, it takes some doing. So yeah, plan is to get the car aligned on Saturday, along with mounting these tyres onto these new wheels. Hopefully these will be dry and done and all painted a nice new colour by then. So that is the plan, and then she'll be driving around sort of at the weekend with a bit of luck. So we're going to go and bleed the brakes Saturday morning and stuff like that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she's a driver because not really sort of like been anywhere at the minute. So right, anyway, let's get cracked on. So here we have it. Got these little, got these cut off the top. Like I said, just going to buzz them on there like that. I've got 1, 2, 3 to do. I've done it up with a wire wheel, and I think after this I'm going to wash these wheels up, and then we'll be ready for some primer for everything. Obviously, I need to mask the holes up on these, but we'll get there. Right, time for welding. And there we have it, all 4 of them buzzed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, all got top caps on them. And now all ready for paint, so they're ready. Got these wheels to clean up, cut the valves out of them, and then mask these up. So obviously don't want any paint going in here, or there, or these, so let's crack on. Obviously it goes, you know, totally dark on me, but we've got some lights. Not started painting just yet. Just got these all cleaned up, squeaky clean. They look like a different wheel, to be honest. But we've got all 4 cleaned up. I'm just going to find a bit of sandy paper and give them a bit of a scuff. And we'll be on to it. Mask up them bearing housings and painting in the dark. Why not? Because, you know, can't write it, can you? On to the next. So, we're just about ready. You know, in the dust-free booth. So, here's the booth. you know, and you're going to want to make sure that you've got proper lighting for this sort of scenario, you know, a lot of work light, and no moisture whatsoever. So we're going to do the right thing, and we're going to carry on painting, even though it's about 9:30 at night, and the compressor's going to be loud. Apologies to the neighbours already. Well, we've just finished in the paint booth. We had to be quick because, you know, someone else was wanting to get in. So, yep, I'll show you the results. I'll spin the camera around. So here we have it. We've got all the badges in the primer. Happy days. They're not the best finish. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know, it'll do. They're axle stands at the end of the day. Here's some springs. They're getting painted, and then there's a wheel. So that's a solid colour now. That's all grey. Centre caps are down yonder. I think I might paint them white, but I don't know yet. They might look like MO Compomotives. They're only a cheap wheel, but you know, in the professional paint booth, aka wheelbarrow. There's another one there. That's another wheel. And then there's two more over there. There are two more wheels. And then the arms that we've done, they're on the back side. Nae bad. So it's all painted. It was loud. So we just kind of had to be quick to do that. Now I can tidy up, let these all dry. Put loads of hardener in there. So hopefully, job's a good one. So we'll let these dry, and then tomorrow can get some actual paint on them. But I was just looking at the actual paint room at my colour chart, and I kind of found this just on the floor. This is Mercedes Arctic White. Might be a Mercedes Sprinter colour that I might have painted earlier on in the year. But we'll have a look in the colour room and see what else we can find. Well, as of tonight, it has been a long day, and we're flat out working tomorrow as well, so everything seems to be flat out in a minute. Flat out trying to get this car ready, and then work just seems to get busier and busier, as is probably, you know, always the case with being self-employed, and everybody knows what the story is with that. It's just a busy life, isn't it? But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight from the paint booth, and we're going to turn the heat on now and let these bake for a bit. Now then, how are we? It's a different day. We are now on a Sunday night. It is 6:30 at night, and we've just rocked up at the garage with Steve and Kaz's house. So I've missed filming, but I have painted the base coat on all of the things. But yeah, so they're all in paint. Jobs are good, and gonna lacquer them, and then get them onto the car once they're dry. But for right now, we have electrical things to sort out, and with a little gadget such as this that I've brought with me, it's a little syringe. So that is going to help us bleed the brakes, because they're a nightmare on the back of the Civic. So we'll have a go at that. Let's crack on. Now then, everyone, so fast forward a few days. Well, not a few days, one day. So I didn't film anything the other night when I got out of the van, just after this little clip that I showed you just then. I've just been trying to crack on. So what's happened up since that? Let's give you a little bit of an update. All parts got painted. Show you the pictures here. Then I've been back here with the parts. Wheels and tyres have gone to the tyre fitters, so I'll pick them up tomorrow morning. And then I've been, I'll just spin the camera and I'll show you what I've been doing. That'll make my life easier. So this fuel fitting, that banjo bolt, which is, or was, over here somewhere, this one, it was a bit too wide. So this is what I ordered, and it's a beast of a thing, but it just meant on the fuel rail between there and there wasn't much threads left to get this end bolt on, and a castle washer there, so it was only like 2 threads left. So got this union here, and that is all nice and new. You can't really see much. Let's put the light on. There we go, that's better, isn't it? So we've got that union on. That's the original Honda fitting. This is a dash, sorry, it's 8mm-6 onto this straight bit here. I cut the burr off, and then that's just teed into, you know, the rest of the fuel line stuff back there. So winning on that. I'm a lot happier with that. What else have we been doing? Right, let's go back here. So got this battery cable in finally, just finished it now. I've been and bought 2 new terminals today, 1, 2. So got that fitted, that runs down there all nicely. I really do not like these sticky pad zip tie things, but it runs down there all nicely downside at nav seat. So those sticky pad things, I will swap them later on in life, but right now they're not doing a bad job. Just coming in here, so like I say, it runs down the side of here, all goes in nicely with the fire extinguisher hose. This is my next job, so I'm going to start on that in a second. But also we have got the suspension arms all built up, so this is just one of them. These went in really nice. I was a bit worried about them not slipping in nice once you weld them up. But both sides got a bit of grease in there, stop the water getting in. But there was a few sort of weld bombs in the housings of them, so you just basically just a bit of sandpaper and they come out nice. A little bit of grease, slot in, just literally drop in. Then there's a circlip that clicks in, absolutely lovely. So where are we up to? So we've got the fronts on, so I'll just dive in here. So the fronts are on, all new bearings in there, all new bearings in there. This is all nice and new, fits absolutely lovely. We've got a split pin in there, castle nuts all nice and tight. Job is a good one. So that's a bit of a relief now that I've got that done. Oh, mud flaps are all back on. And then bill stands are getting built up, so they're going up back. I have got one actually on this one, just needs the top hat sorting out, so that's tomorrow's job along with fitting that. I'm saying it's tomorrow's job because I need to go and get some, or create some spacers. So there you see, that's all the Bilstein on there, and then there's the arm all on. But right now it's a bit waffy because I need to get some spacers in here, I don't know if you can see. So we need to make 25mm up to 50, both sides. So we'll be heading to Thomas Graham tomorrow to sort that out. But the seats are in, harnesses are in. Let's just get back to that list. We do like a list. Right, navigated seat mount to fit. That's all done. Footrest, battery cable, wire the centre console. Just about to do that. What else we got? Steering wheel and boss, harnesses, drinks bottles, copper washers on the pedal box. Done that. Helmet net, that's in. Rear arms and bushes. I'm on with that. Rear struts. I'm on with that. Top wishbone at the front. Done. Tank guard on. Well, I can't put the tank guard on just yet because we've been and bought So these are some freaking laser beams. So let's turn the camera around. Here we have it. So I already had this one, and so I went and bought this one. Reason being, I used to do the alignment on the car, so I don't know if you can see, but hey, these work quite well in here. Quite impressed. You can see lines on floor, on the wall there, even the floor. That is for an alignment on the car. So what I used to do in the past, I don't know if anybody else has done this, but little axle stand like that, further back, and then another one sort of sticking out here. Used to run a cotton line right the way along, square it to the car from each hub, absolutely perfect. So the measurement going past would be this equal distance to the front from there to there, and then from that I'll be able to measure all wheel diamond, wheel measurements and whatnot. Because the rear arms have been off, it's going to be, you know, they might both be facing the left, so for all I know, or one might be facing one way, so it's going to be a mile out. So before I put the tank guard on, we'll have a go with laser beams, which will be a lot easier, because when you're adjusting, you know, track rod ends and stuff, you'd end up knocking the string, you know, like the thread all the time. So then you're resetting and going back on yourself. At least with these, they're in a set position, and I'll always have them now. So I thought, yeah, alright, it was 50 quid from Screwfix, this one. This one was a present once. But I've got them now, and I've got a digital camber gauge as well, so I can set all that. So I'm absolutely set up now. So laser levels are the future, and Ronda can get a nice alignment, and she's always driven nice, to be fair, once I've aligned it like myself in the past. So I've always been happy with it. It's never been an issue, so it must mean it's right for me anyway. So these will just make life easier, and they're pretty cool, aren't they? Anyway, so that's a job ticked off. We'll just turn these off. So that's on the way. Right, what else have we got? We have got the rear arms and bushes, rear struts, top wishbone front, that's in tank guard. So bleeder brakes and clutch, I can actually cross them off. I haven't got a pen handy right now, have I? Because we do have fluid in them. Me and Steve, thank you very much, Steve, for sorting them out. Cut the sill stands. Well, sill stands are all done and dusted, and as you can see, all painted up. Got a nice little sticker on there. And when I say cut, I mean this bit here used to be up. So, you know, cut it off, welded it up, and job's a good one. So they're all four of them, two in van at the minute, and I'll just put two on the back of there just to make car a little bit safer. Lamp pod steadies, they've all paint and fit the mirrors. These are right now at home. I sprayed them lacquer this morning, so they're probably getting wet because it's raining outside, but anyway, they'll be dry by now. Stick on pull cord sticker. This arrived in post. I haven't stuck it on just yet because this is supposed to be gold, so I have got some more gold vinyl. So I thought, you know what, I'll make this all a bit nicer, stick it on at last minute. Job's a good one. Put it on the windscreen wiper so I don't lose the damn thing. Front corner lights, did them the other night. Got some new ones in there now, the happy days. What else have we got? Stick on pull cord stickers, number plates, they're just a 2-minute job. Put jack and toolbox in the car. So I do need to get a jack, or decide what jack I'm doing, and a bit of a toolbox, just, you know, crack bar, and just so you can change a wheel. So I do need to sort that. Alignment, just like I said, once I've got it all back on the floor, job's a good one. Mount wet tyres, they're at the tyre support, they're at the tyre place right now. Check rad support. So this is what I was meaning by rad support. Down there did take a bit of a hit at one point, and this radiator support pushed back a little bit, which means these touched that and pushed it up a little bit. So this is supposed to be flat, and it's not, it's up about an inch. So I will have a look at trying to do something about that, because if you look there, it's pretty close. And if you actually look think it has been scuffing a little bit here, so we don't want that to go through, so I will address that. That is to do, so I'll have a look at that tomorrow actually. Firewall hole, that's all done. Throttle cables in, USB chargers, one or two things. I do have some USB chargers to wire in, but if I decide just to use the cigarette lighter thing and then stick one of them USB things in there, that'll be doing. So MOT sorted, insurance, I need to sort and tax, and the mud flaps are on, so we're pretty much there, to be fair. So we are pretty much there near enough. So if I can get if I can get this switch panel on tonight, that'll be a really good sort of move, and then tomorrow it'll just be a case of suspension alignment, which will be cool, wouldn't it? Because, you know, she'll be all fired up. We can take her for a drive, take her on the road for the first time and see how she drives with this new suspension on the back. So I do apologise, I haven't filmed as much as what I normally do. I have had to just crack on, especially this week. It's been a very busy sort of like work-wise. For me, it's been really busy. I've had, you know, umpteen hours of work in the bakery, and it's been pretty flat out, to be honest. But I have just been, you know, ramming on with this as much as I possibly can. Today's Monday, and we are live on stage on Friday. So it's coming down to the wire. It's closer than I'd have liked it, to be fair, but it is what it is. Self-employed, you can't stop just because you want to go rallying. So work has been busy. For those of you who don't know, I have a bakery. I'll stick the advert at the end of this video for you. But yeah, we're pretty much there, I think. We'll, like I say, we'll get this switch panel in, and then that will be it for tonight. And it'd be nice to, I have been out today and bought some new cutting compound and buffers, so hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to get her outside, give her a wash, and maybe give her a bit of a polish up, hopefully. Just getting her out on the road and making sure all the electrics are fine, and you know, all the brakes are all good, and if they need a bit of a bleed up again, we can do. And so yeah, it's getting close, put it that way. So let's get this switch panel in, and that will be it for tonight. Well, it is a bit of a late one, so what's time on now? It is 10 past 3 in the morning, but we've got some work done, so I will spin the camera around for you. So we are looking a little bit more finished. So got the carbon fibre wrap on this, looks a damn sight nicer, a lot neater. Happy days. Set the console back in and everything works. So trip meters there, we've got lights up at the back, we've got map light up there, happy days. We've got intercom, got lights up, turn on the intercom, got spotlights and all the lights at the front of the car, as you can hear them. So we are good, I think. So what have we got left? Just them rear arms to sort out. Need to go and get some spacers tomorrow. Batteries in. We're getting very close now. Even got the side stickers off. These said Mull. Some like 2019. Got the Mull plate on the bonnet to get rid of yet. So I've got the gold wrap to go on at some point. Not going to be tonight because I'm done. But this stuff here that is silver should in fact be gold. Hence why I'm waiting to put that cut off battery cut off on. I also do have, I'll show you this one. I quite like this one. Got some high vis yellow, so we're going to make some fancy patterns with that, so that'll go on at some point too. But whew, that has been some graft, but we are nearly there. So like I say, hopefully tomorrow get them arms on, get her outside. Oh, actually before we do that, we'll have an alignment job tomorrow. So in the bakery at morning, and then we'll have a back here in the afternoon, and we'll crack on with her. So for now, at 3:10 in the morning, we'll catch you in a bit. Now then, everyone, so next day I've just come flat out of the bakery and we're going to go and pick the tyres up. Wheels and tyres should be ready. Off to Westgate Tyres, pick the tyres up. Let's go! And there we have it. Happy days. Michelin's wet, sorted. Let's go. So we are back in the garage. Oh, I'll tell you what, it feels like 2 minutes since I was last here. Well, it probably was, to be fair. Bit of gold, bit of that's to go on, rear arms to sort out. I was just having a little bit of a play with some spacers and washers and whatnot. These would be useful if I had more of those, but I don't. I've got them, but they are M12s, so they're not helping my life right this second. So I've reached out to a few people on Facebook and whatnot, and I've got Mr. Danny Cowell. Hopefully comes and saves the day. So today is Tuesday. I was hoping to get Ronda on the floor today, so I think he's going to be turning me some spacers. Been to Thomas Graham's this morning, they haven't got any, so fingers crossed. I hear from Danny today. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so yeah, last thing is just to build the rear shockers up. So I've a top hat to sort out, I'll do that right now, and then bolt these arms on. Everything else works. So I wanted to fire her up and drive her out, and we're nearly there. So yeah, it'd be nice if I could do that. Then just spend the last sort of few days driving her around, put some stickers on her, you know, do the last titivating bits. And if there is any issues or anything, oh, I've also got the mirrors to put on. So they're not currently on just yet. But having said that, we'll just nip outside. And newly lacquered. Ta-da! So, job's a good one. I'm just going to sit down for 5 minutes and drink a can of my best friend. Okay, things are happening. We have got the rear arms on, got the mirrors on, check that fuel fitting for leaking, but I'll just spin the camera around for you. Give that camera a bit of a wipe so you can actually see. So, rear arms, check. They are on. Happy days, all nicely bolted up. So these are for the tank guard, which I will be measuring in a second. I'm going to just buzz them off with grinder. There is some more bolts that need the chop further along as well, so whilst I'm under here with grinder, I'll do them too. But let's do that. Get some tyres on her, and then get some wheels on her, shall I say? And then I'm going to pull her outside, move gates, and put her there. And I'm going to do a whole tidy up of the whole garage and get all the tools back in there. So I've got this little organiser all getting more and more full, so everything I find is going in there. And then, yeah, getting organised. So, she's a runner. All suspensions on, all the new arms are on. Battery cable and fuel lines, everything's fitted. Just need to go and have a look at my list in case I haven't missed anything off. I've missed that. So, wireless centre console, that's all done. Rear struts done. Tank guard, bleed the brake, bleed the clutch. Oh, a bird on the roof. Mirrors, number plates, alignment. So, once she's on the floor tonight, I'll get her outside, clean all the garage up, and then we're going to go with the lasers. Freaking laser beams! And yeah, we'll have a go and get some alignment sorted out for her. Tuesday, fired up, on the floor, driving. Happy days. Well, for the first time in 4 weeks, something like that, she's on the ground. She's on the ground, and sounding really nice. She, yeah, impressed. Right, so for the first time in 4 weeks, let's back her out. Down. So we'll move her back.
Yeah, you've got one wheel cocked over a lot more than the other.
On what?
You've got like a tiny little bit of lock on left hand wheel and quite a lot on right.
Get it. Well, we're there. Just sat in there for that first time, just pulling out the garage just then, and driving position's a lot nicer. Oh, my legs are nice and straight now, rather than under my chin. But she's got a very long brake pedal, and the clutch feels funny. So I've got a funny feeling the fluid that we've put in might be a bit old because it's very dark and brown. So we'll have a flush out of that tomorrow, and I'll go and get some new stuff. Did just look at the bottle and it did say 2019, so I don't know how long it's been in storage and all that. But yeah, well, of all the problems, or all the things that we've done, a bit of a spongy pedal, I'll take that. So it's not too difficult to fix that, and there is something a little bit loose on the front as well. I have only just buzzed the wheels on just to move it out of the garage. It might have to be a loose wheel, but I'll have a look at that tomorrow. But yeah, she's just here. I'll spin the camera around. So, tidy the floor up, give it a right good sweep up, move this sofa. Just been going through a few things on here. This is a box of stuff that needs to go back on the car, stuff like dash side pieces, if that makes sense. I've got my buffer in there, some new cutting compound and all that stuff. Over here is a pile of stuff I need to go through and then organise. That's all my tools, and I've got some nuts and bolts and all the rest of it will get all sorted out. But yeah, she moves, which is quite nice. I've not done an alignment yet, but I think that's a tomorrow job because I am feeling knackered. So it has been a mega long week to get it done. I've been absolutely grafting away, both in the bakery and in here, to try and get it ready for this weekend really. But I think for now I'll end this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. If you fancy it, click the subscribe button. If you click the little bell icon, and if you do want some flapjack, it's thewildbakery.co.uk. Here's the advert.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.